Hello friends, today we seeing that how to calculate the sum of n numbers. Here we have to calculate sum from 1 to 5. The sum from 1 to 5 is 15, but how can we calculate from JavaScript? We use here for loop. So the basic syntax of for loop is for and then here first it is the basic syntax and here first initialization and then conditional statement and then conditional and increment or decrement uh, increment or decrement basis on the questions. Okay, so what is initialization means from where we want to start the sum, from where we want to start the number. We want to start the number from 1. So here initialization I equals to 1. And what is the conditional statement? We have to calculate 1 to 5. So I less than equal to 5 and increment or decrement, because 1 to 5 we have to go from 1 to till 5. So in here increment. So how to increment I plus plus, because we have to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I plus plus means firstly I equals to 1, then I equals to 2, then I equals to 3, I equals to 4, I equals to 5. It increase the value of I, and then we have write sum. Before sum, we have to declare a variable where sum equals to 0. Initially, the value of sum is 0, and then we have to write here sum equals to sum plus I. Okay, and then console.log sum. Firstly, I equals to 1. It checks the condition I is 1 less than equals to 5. Yeah, it is less than equal to 5. Then simply goes here and sum. Initially, sum is 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Okay, and print 0 plus 1, 1. Then increase the value of I. Now 1 equal I equals to 2. Is 2 less than equal to 5? Yeah, it is less than 5. So sum is 0 plus 1. Now sum is 0 plus 1 and I equals to 2. Now 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Sum in the value of sum is 3. Now I increases and I equals to 3. Is 3 less than equals to 5? Yeah, then sum again. 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, we can see after running. We calculate the numbers of 15. Here first it checks here this the first condition initialization, and after that it checks the conditional statement, and after checking the conditional statement it goes to here and then it increases the value of I. It doesn't go like 1, 2, 3. No, it starts from 1, 2, and then sum, and increase the value and starts from here. Okay, not from here, right? Initialization only runs once and then increase the value, checks the value, and goes. Suppose we have to calculate sum of even numbers, mm, sum of even numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, so we have to declare sum equals to 0 and then for where I equals to 0. Suppose we have to calculate the sum of even numbers from 0 to 100. Then what can do? Initialize I equals to 0, because we have to calculate from 0 and then I less than equals to 100. 100, because we have to calculate the sum from 0 to 100, and 0 to 100 it is increasing I plus plus, and then we have to check even number, because we have to calculate sum of even number, right? Sum of even number. So we have to check here, between 0 to 100 how many numbers are even. If I module 2 equal to 0, it checks the value is even or not. Suppose I equals to 0, 0 is completely divisible by 2 and get remainder 0, yeah, it is even. Then I increase the value, it increase the value 1. Is 1 divisible by 2? No, it's not even. Then it not added the value 1. It increase the value only, and I becomes 2. Is 2 less than 100? Yeah. And completely divisible by 2? Yes. So we have to sum equals to sum plus I. Sum plus I. In starting, sum equals to 0. You can visualize this: sum equals to 0 initially and I equals to 0 initially. Okay. I equals to 0. Is 0 less than 100? Yes, it is less than 100. So it checks is this condition true? Yes. So it checks is 0 completely divisible by 2? Yes, it is divisible by 2. So sum equals to 0. Initially the value of sum is 0, and I also 0. So 0 plus 0 equals to 0. Okay, and then it increase the value I equals to 1. Now I becomes 1. It checks 1 is less than 100. It doesn't go here again. It starts from here. Is 1 less than 100? Yeah, it's less than. Then it goes to the line number 11 and checks if 1 is completely divisible by 2. No, it is not. Then it doesn't sum, because it fails the line number 11. So it doesn't go to the line number 12. It increase the value and I becomes 2. I becomes 2. Now checks is 2 less than equal to 100? Yeah, it is less than. And 2 is in after that it checks is 2 completely divisible by 2? Yes, it is completely divisible by 2. Then sum equals to sum is 0, and then sum 0 plus 2. Because the value of sum is 0 and I is 2. So 0 plus 2. Now I becomes 3. I becomes 3. I becomes 3, and it checks is 3 less than 100? Yes, it is less than. Now it checks is 3 completely divisible by 2? No, it is not. Then it doesn't sum. It doesn't add. It not. It's not goes to the line number 12. It simply increases returns here and increase the value of I. I becomes 4. Now it checks is 4 less than 100? Yeah, it is less than 100. And after that it checks is 4 completely divisible by 2? Yeah, it is divisible by 2. And then 0 plus 2 plus 4, because I equals to 4. And then I increase 5. I increase to 5. It checks 5 less than 100? Yeah, it is less than. It checks again is 5 completely divisible by 2? Not divisible by 2. So it increases the value of I from here, because it returns if this statement is not true, I returns here and becomes 6. Now it checks is 6 completely divisible by 2? Yeah, it is completely divisible by 2. And then we add simply it goes like 2 0 0 2 4 6 8, because this 7 is 7 failed here, because 7 is not completely divisible by 2, and 8 is divisible by 2, so it sums. And then 9 is failed, and 10 is passed. 10 11 is failed. 12 like here we calculate 100 till 100. Okay, now we run the code and see what happens. Before it, we have to print the value of sum. Okay, now check. Yeah, it shows 2550. 2550. You can cross check from Google. Simply goes to here and sum of even number 1 to 100. Okay, sum of even number 1 to 100, it shows 2550, and here we calculated also 2550. I hope guys you understand very well through for loop. I take this example because this is the basic syntax of for loop, and in for loop we add the conditional statement also. We can also check the if the number is not divisible by 2. We have suppose we have to calculate the sum of odd numbers, then we simply use here 1, or we simply use here 1. If we use here 1, then we calculate the values odd numbers from 0 to till 100. If you gives here 0, then you have to write here not equals to, because if it equals to, then it is even number. Okay, I hope guys you understand. Thank you.